Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Cody, and so hopefully you now have seen a few of my videos. I did a EDC plus my 9mm setup, which I'm gonna bring a little bit in, and then I ran a two-parter starting on home defense that was focused only on my shotgun in a home defense scenario. So, trying to show a little bit of what I talked about in my previous videos, but I have built my whole um, firearm collection around 4 calibers so that I can stockpile those instead of having 10 different types of guns that shoot 10 different types of ammo and potentially running out of one or whatever. I'd rather have, and preferably, the same caliber that takes the same magazines. So, an example I did in the first or one of my videos was a Glock 17, the first gun I got. With the, I think, most recent one, I got a um, uh, built somewhat Banshee clone build. It's a bunch of different things. Palmetto State arms with a delayed blowback upper, Palmetto State arms lower, which I'll show you in a second. But those both take Glock mags, which I have about 15 of, and I can load those in either with the same ammo along with all of my other 9mm. So, anyways, I'm getting off topic. The point is that I have a 22 long rifle that goes into three ish firearms that I have. 9mm, which goes into most of what I have, which I'm not going to show everything on all these videos, but I feel like showing one or two is a good example. The first video was probably the most I'll ever show, as I wanted to show something that was, uh, a smaller concealed carry, a little bigger concealed carry, more mid-size, and then a larger version in that order. And so tie it back into things and also tie that into home defense. So in addition to 9mm and 22 long rifle, my last two-part video was in regards to my Mossberg 500 tactical shotgun, which you can see in depth in those two videos. Please go and watch, and please do like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I am not an expert by any means. I believe that there are people that are experts, but most of the people on YouTube are giving their opinions, and that's all I'm giving is my opinion. I believe in mastering what I do and being prepared and planning, and so I do prep a little bit, which I'll maybe get into at some point. Um, Also, very financially sound in the way I approach things, and I started my career off as a financial advisor and have redone many of my friends' portfolios and my own. It kicks butt, but maybe I can do some videos on that later. Um, Taught myself how to play the drums, a bunch of different things. But again, off subject. Mastering something, being prepared, planning. So, um, all of the firearms I have, I want to have a lot of redundancy in that, whether that is training or in the ammunition, in a lot of magazines, and so on. So, again, I'm just showing potentially one option for each of the following so that you can maybe pursue one or two of those routes. So, if you are starting out, as I did at one point a while back, uh, and I do live in the South, which I think is one thing that's important, as I am from California. Our California gun laws are not as I don't want to say liberal, but whatever. We have better gun laws, in my opinion, in the South than in California, but I don't want to get into politics. So, today I'm going to talk about the last category, or I haven't done a video on my 22s yet, but I don't feel like that's as fun. So, today is 5.56, and also tying that back into self-defense or home defense, as that is really why I got started in all this in the beginning, as I'm not really a hunter. I don't like to kill things. I will to eat, and I have shot a few things in my life, but that's a different subject. Okay, so I already went through the 12 gauge shotgun, short version, tactical, which I think is a great home defense weapon if it is what I have with me. Preferably I have a sidearm on me as well, which I would prefer to have my Glock 17 with a flashlight. If I have that and my Mossberg 500, I feel pretty safe. But if I had either of the two setups I'm going to show you today, I also would feel safe, but there are different purposes for both. As all of these are tools, they have their own purpose, just like a screwdriver has a different purpose than a hammer. So I cannot build a house with a hammer alone. All right, so that brings me to the first item that we're going to talk about today, and that is the fourth firearm I ever purchased, a CMMG AR-15, and show some of the things that I've attached to it. But you can see whatever. I got these for cheap. You saw in my shotgun video I have one, but it holds a bunch of 5.56 ammo, and I cannot tell I'm wearing it. So if I were running around like this, this first is easy to get to, and this strap I feel you should have on every firearm you have. So anyways, that would be extra rounds if I did need to reload a magazine. Now, I guess second thing I'll talk about is this has two magazines. I'm not a big fan of these two magazines individually. They just are not as good as my other ones, but I love that it is 60 rounds right on top of each other. So when one is out, I can just pop it out, slap it back in, and I'm ready to rock. So what I would recommend, as I just grabbed a handful, but get a bunch of these. Whenever you see them in the store, grab them. Whatever the price, just grab 10, at least 5. But that's kind of my thing. I've stated here, every firearm that I have, at least 5 magazines. I tried the 50 or 100 round drum one time, and it's the only time I've ever had any jam for any of my firearms besides the 22s. The 22s will jam up just because it's a 22. So anyways, I think I had one ejection problem very early on, and I can't remember. It was one of my 9s. I can't recall. Okay, so we talked about the magazine already. I do not have a flashlight on this. One of the first things that I bought for this, I guess it came with the shoulder adjuster. There's not like 6 levels. This thing can clip in wherever I want it to, so I can make it whatever length. Whatever. I like it on short for whatever reason. But if I am on a bench or laying down, I will lengthen it to give myself some more eyesight, some more room. So charging handle here, just like a regular AR-15. I will say, which I've said on others, CMMG is underrated, and I mean, I have not compared it. I have shot Daniel Defense before, which I can't say that they're not awesome, but they're also twice as much. Um, I do like Springfield Saint is whatever. It's cheaper than this, but not much. They're in the same ballpark. The M&P Sport, that thing for its price is solid. Um, but I would like a BCM Bravo Company. That may be my next one. Anyways, all right. So after the iron sights and the sling and mini magazines, I got a red dot, and so this was a cheap one. It's actually 129 bucks, and you can see it is made by Sightmark. I've had this thing like 4 years, and I use this all the time. Um, I like to say that I could blow out and I've actually bet people, the big target has the little red circle in the middle. And if I get 60 rounds, usually 30, but sometimes there's a little red left over. But usually with 30, I can blow the whole quarter size red circle out at 50 yards, which I know 50 yards is not a big deal. One thing about an AR-15 is, at 100 yards and in, you should be able to hit whatever you want, wherever you want. 200 yards, you're still probably cool. 3 takes some skill. 4, you're pushing it. 5, I wouldn't even try it. Anyways, that's where you would want to get a 308 or something with some more power, 338 Lapua or whatever, all the others. We'll get into that later. All right, so this Sightmark sight I like because it was only 129 bucks. If it breaks or whatever, I can just grab another one. As opposed to the Sig Romeo sight I'll show you in a minute is 3 times as much. I'd be a lot more bummed out if I broke that. So anyways, all right. The other thing that you will see here is so one thing that is awesome about and why it is more accurate to have a rifle or PCC as opposed to a pistol is with a pistol you should always be shooting with 2 hands. And I'll teach you a trick here if we have enough time at the end on how to always hit what you're aiming at. But 2 points of contact. You should be locking your elbows forward. Bam. And that's why you're not as accurate with a pistol. With this, I have 1 point of contact, 2 points of contact, and 3 points of contact. Now, that is a lot steadier to aim and shoot, and why you are more accurate with a rifle. This also will produce a speed a lot faster than a pistol can, which is why if you are wanting to take something down, a rifle will generate the power to be able to do so. So that if you do not have a hollow point at a certain FPS, you do not even have to hit the organ for it to expand and impact that organ, which you can look that up, whatever. Sorry. All right, so I've tried before to show the sights on this. It just doesn't show well on camera. There are 4 different options that I can choose from. One thing I don't like is I would like to be able to access this from this side. I have to turn it on from this side, which is not a big deal. It's just something you have to get used to. But I could do it with my left hand here, which you can't see. But anyways, all right, last thing on this, which let's go ahead and take it off. All right, I've seen people make fun of this thing. Now, whatever, there are shortened versions, and I would sometimes hold up here, or hold up here, or here, or here. I mean, there's a lot of ways I can hold and shoot this. It provides a lot of stability when moving around, and I can get a full grip on it. Now, what people make fun of is this. The bipod attached to it. As I think this is something somebody got me as a gift on Amazon. You can knock it, but it's because you don't have it. When I put this thing on the ground or on the table or bench or whatever, and have a bipod with this scope and now 4 points of contact as I am on the table with my left hand, with my right hand, and my shoulder. Talk about not missing. That thing is not going to miss. And that's a click of the button to be able to go from shooting from a prone or standing position to being able to rest this on something and shoot very, very accurately. And with the bipod, I don't really have anything to show you on, except maybe the couch, but it just sits there, and then you can maneuver with one hand. If I did need to change with my left hand the magazine or whatever, the whole gun barrel is not dropping down, on my sling. So, anyways, all right. That is the CMMG AR-15, and I think I covered everything. One thing, if you are looking into buying an AR-15, make sure it has one of these, a dust cover, and one thing you will notice when, I'm not going to do it because I think I might get in trouble on this video, but when you load, so you put your clip in and you pull your charging handle, bam, and you pop a bullet in. Sometimes it's not going to feed. You'll see it sitting right there. That's what this thing is for, right here. So bam, you press that button and it will launch the bolt forward, and now you have a round chambered. So again, this is why it's important to have one thing, learn how to master it, and you will know how to clear a jam, get a magazine out, whatever. It's because I've used this thing a bunch. I've seen what happens if something does happen. I know how to clear it and get it operational again. So, all right, that's the CMMG. All right, we are running low on time, so I'm going to be quick on this one as I already showed it in one video, but boom, the AR-9. I had to get one of these. I love clearing the house with it. Now, clearing the house with the AR-15, that will launch through some drywall and hit someone in the next room. I don't want that. So, shotgun or this are the two things that I clear my house with if I need to. Now, I go through fast. On this, I have a single point harness because it hangs a lot easier and it is lighter. And whatever, I can sling it to the side when I have my backpack on, or whatever the case is. And if I needed to, I could carry both of those, I guess, if I wanted to go extreme or something like that. Or maybe the shotgun and this, if I was like in zombie apocalypse mode. But clearing the house, I absolutely love this thing. From right here, I can reach the flashlight. And this is a Surefire X. I can click, bump flash it if I don't want to give my position away, or I can just turn it on. I've got the Hollow Sun sight, which is solar powered plus battery. Just click once and the sight is on. Let's see if we can see it. Wait, do we see it for a sec? There it is. Bam. You can see that thing is bright and awesome. So what I will normally do to get closer is this. And I can move around corners very easily, almost better than I could with my pistol, as somebody can't take this away from me unless they pull very hard if I come around a corner and they're sitting right there. Alright, let's turn that off. All right, so we've got sling sight. I do not have iron sights on this, which I do need to get. This takes Glock mags, which I love because I already had a bunch of them. Trigger is very crisp. This is just mil spec, but the trigger is crisp. One thing I don't like is the mag release is right here, where I would keep my finger. This is just Palmetto State Arms lower that I will not get next time because of this reason, because I might accidentally let the magazine out, and that is not something I want to do. But you do see same AR style charging handle instead of on the side. Unfortunately, this does not have a dust cover, which I am very disappointed about. And had words with, but ended up getting some money off of from the guy who built it for me. The pistol style brace is adjustable, and again, I think has four levels. And one other cool thing about this, you could see the barrel is very big at the end. This thing is smooth. I mean, when it's shooting, the CMMG is smooth, but this thing is almost as quiet as my 22 rifle. Like, just no kick whatsoever. I could shoot this thing all day without any recoil trouble, and that's mostly because of the upper. Last thing that is cool about Palmetto State Arms lower is this little thing, which I love crap like this. I haven't decided what to put in it yet, but whatever. I can put a fire starter, some tinder, a snack, I guess some extra ammo, pocket knife, a compass. Who knows? You can actually fit quite a bit in that thing, and it's just always in my firearm with me, which is cool. So that is my PC carbine. All right, so that's everything. Cody the Duke again, signing off from the basement. So home defense, have a plan, be prepared. Again, train, master what you do, and I will try to make more videos. Please like and subscribe. I just created most of these videos, and I do have another channel that is my whole family that shows a bunch of other stuff called Splendid. It's like blended with an S on the front. If you want to go see me and my kids goofing around, or me playing the drums, stuff like that. But yeah, next video I'm going to do is on some non-firearm tools, and then I'd like to get into my bug out bags and my 22s. But again, leave some comments, let me know what you think. I'm open to all feedback. Like, you're not going to hurt my feelings, because again, everyone should have an opinion. I feel great using these, and that's all that should matter. They both work well. Good with both of them. And if you have a whatever, something that everyone else says they hate, but you are good with it and it works, and that's what matters. So you know, get one thing, master it, and then maybe move on to the next thing. But again, financials is something I want to get into, because all of these are somewhat investments. Very few tools hold their value like firearms do, which I'll get into with two of the 22s that I'll show in my next video. They were going for used $200 a piece. I got the guy to give me both for $300 total, and then I had a guy offer me $500 for one of them and $350 for the other, like 5 years later. So they rarely go down in value. In fact, most recently they've gone up in value, like my stocks do. So um, talk more about that later. But being financially responsible and having money, like if you only have $300 in your bank account, put it in a savings account, or buy a couple stocks, or anything other than going and buying a shotgun. If that is the only $300 you have, now if you have paid all your bills and you have your 6 months emergency fund in your savings account, and you've put away some money into your retirement and things are going good, and your whatever your house is paid off, you're doing fine, which hopefully most of you are, then yeah, go. You should be getting some of these things. But I had a buddy who used to buy and then pawn his guns to pay his bills, and that was like the dumbest thing ever. That's like using credit cards, unless you're just using them to build your credit, which is a different story. Um, but if it's like racking up $10,000 in credit debt, and then I mean, I feel like that was the same stupid financial mistake. So don't let your desire to be, you know, like you can defend your home with a good security system and a baseball bat. Honestly, that would be a better investment long term. Like I have that already, but I had all that before getting all these things. So maybe that's a video for another time, as this is getting long already. So again, Cody the Duke signing off. Everyone in the US of A, good to see you. Would love to make more of these videos. Just like and subscribe, and if anyone would love to sponsor me, specifically CMMG, I would love to get some of your swag and gear, and I will test it out. And tell everyone how awesome I already think you are. So anyways, love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Cody signing off.